Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Daniel here, and today I'm bringing you guys some Splatoon 2 gameplay as well as my first impressions. Now, I've owned the game for about 3 days at this point, and or actually 2 days, I guess. And I've been playing it pretty much non-stop. I've just been enjoying this game a ton. I've been able to touch on ranked play, play some turf wars, some of the other different game modes. The one where you carry the dragon head or something. I don't quite know the game modes yet. I'm not that familiar with ranked, but I've definitely played a decent amount of turf wars. You're actually going to see some ranked gameplay in the second part of this video, so just keep that in mind. That was kind of probably my strongest gameplay yet as far as kill wise goes, and just overall team impact. I'm still learning this, as you can see. So for you guys that are Splatoon 2 pros, feel free to leave your own thoughts and ideas down in the comment section below. But yeah, I still have a ton to learn. I definitely know that, and this is definitely a game that I could grind for sure. But with that being said, what are my thoughts on it? I enjoy it. I think, honestly, for me, I really think that this is probably one of my favorite games on the Switch, period. Really, the only game that I think comes decently close to I guess fun factor would be Super Smash Bros. But I've always enjoyed Smash Bros. Ever since I was young, and that's honestly it's not even just I guess you could say nostalgia definitely helped, but it's just a phenomenal game overall. And so for a game like this to get to that degree, at least in my opinion, definitely I think really opened my eyes and made me realize that Splatoon 2 really is, to me, a masterpiece, right? However, I shouldn't say masterpiece actually, because it does have one glaring flaw that I think, for me, it doesn't break the game for me, but it definitely is an annoyance. And I think it could also hurt its overall longevity for me personally. And that is the fact that there is no party system. And you could do a private lobby with just friends. However, I don't know if you can earn XP. If you could, that's cool. That'd honestly be great, actually. That'd be phenomenal. But I doubt it. I mean, what type of game would allow you to do private matches and still earn XP, right? Because then people could just boost, essentially. But with that being said, though, outside of that, you can still join friends. However, the problem is that you actually aren't guaranteed to be on the same team. So you're not actually playing together, I guess you could say. You're more or less just playing in the same lobby, I guess. So I guess you technically are playing together, but just not on the same team. There it is. That's what I've been trying to say. It's always kind of annoying for me personally. None of my friends have the game, or one of them do, but he just hasn't quite set it up yet. So I've been just kind of playing solo right now, and it's phenomenally fun solo. I've been hella enjoying it solo. However, in the future, if the rest of my friends do end up getting Splatoon 2 on their Switch, it's going to be a huge hassle trying to play together. And I just think that, for them to oversee something like this, it definitely is really just, it blows my mind, But again, Nintendo oversees just overlooks a ton of things, like voice chat on console. For whatever goddamn reason, you have to use your phones. I don't know why, but that's just the case and scenario for the Switch. So, with that being said, that's pretty much what happened. Now, as you can see, my rank is at the bottom of the bottom, and this is pretty much our first ranked game, pretty much. I'm pretty sure, or one of our very first ones. Yeah, hopefully the quality isn't too bad. I just took it off my stream and then re-uploaded it here. So hopefully things will look pretty good. But anyways, as I was saying, just no partying system, and therefore not being able to public team up together 100% of the time in public matches is kind of annoying. And so I find that definitely, I just don't think that was a good thing to not have in the game. So but I know that there are also league battles, and I think you can play it, and that essentially, I believe, is ranked, but for wow, I caught a kill there, I didn't even know. That is essentially is ranked, but for the for teams, so you could build a ranked team. However, with that being said, beyond that, though, what if you don't want to play ranked? What if you want to play just casuals, with friends? Or what if you have a friend that just doesn't have, ranked, then you can queue up together in public, right? But I guess for them, they just completely passed that up and just didn't think about it, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, that's really realistically the only problem I have with this game. Everything else about this game is absolutely just phenomenal. The multiplayer is just stupid amounts of fun. I don't feel anything is overpowered. I don't think anything is super unbalanced. Now obviously I don't know the game well enough yet to really realize what's good and what's bad, as I'm still in that phase of still sort of just finding what I enjoy. Personally, the splatter shot is kind of what I am enjoying playing right now, but obviously I'm still fresh to the game, and so things are subject to change. However, as of right now, as a new player, there's nothing that sticks out to me as oh my god, this gun is busted. There is no such thing as, oh, this is the setup. You know what I mean? For me, like with Call of Duty, like I generally use a gun, and I have a really solid idea of what is OP and what isn't, right? And so now obviously that comes with experience, like I said. But with that being said, even now, even as a new player, and a new COD or something like that, I can tell what's overpowered. But in this game, it just doesn't feel like that. It feels like everyone plays their play styles, and if you sort of break away from the correct play style for your weapon, then you get punished. And so you really have to learn the strength and weaknesses of your gun, and therefore I think it's something that's super important to understand. And so that's just part of the fun, and I love the fact that you just can traverse super quickly. The ability to outplay other opponents is just super satisfying, and just spraying the ink all over the place is, I don't know, something about it is oddly satisfying. And it's like, Overwatch is always talking about making space, right? So that DPS can go ham, tank pushes up, so that way DPS gets more space to do what they want to do. And in a sense, this is that, but to a more extreme and more visual level, right? Obviously, you're literally painting space out so that you can traverse it in a solid fashion, so that way you can push up, And I know that after reading up on different guides and watching other videos, I came to realize that there are roles just like Overwatch. And I know I'm going to be comparing a lot to Overwatch, and this game probably is not as close to Overwatch as you would think, but there are roles, and the way that this game is set up, I can already see that the team play is going to be something really, really phenomenal. And I love the fact that the way that this game feels, the gameplay just feels phenomenal, by the way. Like, it feels fluid, it feels fast, and everything just feels like it's slick, right? And it fits perfectly into the theme of this game. And I honestly, when I started playing this game, it gave me that feeling of the first time when I started playing Tracer, just being able to blink around, recall, and just being this very hyper aggressive, just fast action, like hero, and just giving ability to control all of the space. And so it's really, really cool. It's really, really fun. And it honestly, unfortunately, if there was a better friend system, it would have been phenomenal. But like I said, everything else about this game honestly is just perfect. Like, I haven't even touched the campaign mode, and from what I heard, that is a blast, and that's enjoyable. I played it a little bit, so my friend initially got it for his Switch, back when the Switch first came out and this was a launch title. But I remember thinking that this game was going to be something solid as well, and so if I ever get tired of multiplayer, I could definitely play some single player. And I think that it's not just some campaign that is kind of just like very cliche and just like standard America, I'm calling out Call of Duty here, but like, this is, I think, has very creative levels. Like, Nintendo games are always high quality, and this is no exception. I think this game definitely really, really caught my attention, and I honestly think that if you don't have Splatoon 2 on your Switch, you're doing yourself a disservice. I think this is easily one of the best shooters on the Switch, period. Sure, there's Paladins and there's Wolfenstein and others like that, but multiplayer wise goes, and optimization, content overall, I think Splatoon 2 is the best you're ever going to get on the market. And look at that scoreboard, or look at that score. We're literally won by 1 point, so pretty crazy. And a solid 22 frags, ladies and gentlemen, on the team, so pretty solid. But on that note, though, those are my thoughts on Splatoon 2. Phenomenal game. If you're thinking about picking it up, pick it up. And with that being said, hope you guys have enjoyed the gameplay. Definitely will have more in the future for sure, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.